So far, we have found out which one is the most popular in-ear truly wireless headphone.
Now it's time to dissect these observations. Let's start off with the cheapest of the lot, the Tag Zero Gs. They aren't really all that well built. They have a much chunkier design, and even when you're blindfolded, you get to feel that they aren't premium. The case is made entirely out of plastic, and they do not have a satisfying click when you're just shutting them. Now, coming to the individual units of the stock of the earphones that sit in your ears, they are the longest with actual silicone tips. Now, this is a common trend we have observed when it comes to truly wireless earphones. If you have a stick-like form factor, they tend to fit inside your ear much better if the tips aren't silicone and are actually a part of the earphone's body, much like the Realme Buds and the AirPods. The industrial term used for this factor is called earbud, while the other silicone tip ones are called canal phones. Earbuds can be molded to the shape of your ear to keep them suspended, and hence giving you a bit of confidence when you're trying to move around with them. You don't get that with silicone tips because they are flexible, and the weight of the stock of a long earphone will be pulled down just because of gravity. Now, this might be slightly boring for you, but it's a fun bar trivia nevertheless. There are 4 parts of your ear which come in contact with your earphones: the concha, the tragus, the antitragus, and the antihelix. Now, when it comes to the tinier form factor, the silicone tips tend to fit much better because the rest of the earphone can actually rest on the parts of the ear I just mentioned. Except there's no room inside of them to store a battery with a reasonable capacity. A heavier battery means they're going to be more uncomfortable on the long run, and that's exactly what happened with the noise shots. Silicone tips also provide a better seal, so they have very little sound bleed, or basically how much ambient sound gets in and also how much of the sound goes out. Now, moving on to the sound quality itself, a good pair of earphones rely mainly on the drivers or the part of speakers driving the sound. It mostly goes like this: bigger your driver, the louder your sound, which doesn't necessarily mean it's better. This is because a good sound comprises of much more than just sheer loudness. And then there's the whole thing of resolution, or how well you can distinguish one instrument from the other. The earbuds that we tested make louder sounds because of the sound bleed, and that's exactly what the Realme Buds did. And that's because of its slightly chunkier design than AirPods, which can fit in more bigger drivers. The AirPods are more balanced when it comes to frequencies. Now, coming to the noise shots, they have a more pronounced bass, so they are more suited to electronic music. The Jabra Elite 75Ts somehow managed to strike a perfect balance between loudness and frequency separation. They are also helped by the fact that they come with active noise cancellation. The Tag Zero Gs couldn't hold a candle to the competition in terms of sound. So, which one should you get? If you got the money, get the Jabra Elite 75Ts. If you don't, get the Realme Buds. If you're an EDM fanatic, get the noise shots. And if you love Apple, get the AirPods. We can't recommend the tags to anyone except someone who is completely broke and somebody who just needs a pair of truly wireless earphones for some weird reason. And that concludes this earphone test. I had so much to learn from this experiment, and I really hope you did too.